Good day, I'm Peter Robinson. I'm going to talk now about understanding large manuscript traditions. And by large, we mean large. 5,000 plus manuscripts of the Greek New Testament, 800 or so of Dante's Commedia, 88 of Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. Not just large, but important. For centuries, these have been foundational texts in European culture, and not just large and important, but difficult. We don't have any first editions or authorized editions. We have little historical evidence about how the manuscripts relate to each other, how old they are, etc. So how do we approach such large traditions? Over the last centuries, what we have done is we have worked to compare the text and the documents. We use what is called the Lachmannian method or stematics to discover shared readings which might indicate shared descent, and hence we construct a stemma which allows us to see how manuscripts are related. To do this in the digital age, firstly we make full digital transcripts of the text. Then we compare these transcripts to create a record of agreements and disagreements. Then we explore that record of agreements and disagreements using methods from evolutionary biology, and then we use a variant database to refine our understanding, and finally we publish. Over the last years, we have developed an online collaborative textual editing environment to do all this, called textual communities. And in textual communities, we gather together images of the documents, here the Ellesmere manuscript of the Canterbury Tales, and we create a transcription of all the documents page by page using text encoding and initiative encoding, as we can see here. Then we compare these transcripts, and we'll show you how we compare them here. So now here we load up all the transcriptions of line 199 in the general prologue, and then we start adjusting the collation in this way. So we can concentrate just on the variants that we're interested in, as we are removing all these cases here, and we can recollate them, and you'll see that we have lost those records. So we are able to filter out that. We do a good deal more along the way, but eventually we end up with a collation which looks like this. A very compact and full and clear record of how the manuscripts agree and disagree at this point. So these manuscripts here have this reading here as it. We convert this into XML using tools within textual communities, and you can see here the manuscripts that we have just looked at, including Ellesmere, EL there, witnessing the reading as it. We then convert this into a form that can be handled by programs working from evolutionary biology, the Nexus form, file form, and we create from this a genetic hypothesis of how the manuscripts may relate to one another based on the evidence of shared agreements and disagreements. So here we can see the Ellesmere manuscript, which we have just looked at a moment ago, appearing quite close to the center of this tree, and characteristically appearing with this manuscript, H.G. Hengett, and this manuscript, the Christchurch manuscript, to give us a hypothesis that these three manuscripts are closely related. We can then test that hypothesis of the close relationships of these three manuscripts, CH, HG, EL we saw in the last image, and we discover that essentially by searching through the variants to find cases where these manuscripts appear close together, and we end with some 80 variants which suggest that these are indeed a really important group of variants. And finally, we publish all this information in an attractive way that allows you to see the manuscript page alongside the image, and also allows us to show you the collation word by word together with this map of the relations among the manuscripts, as we just explained it. Finally, here is a list of links you can read more, where you can read more about our work, the Canterbury Tales project itself, the textual communities environment, and our publisher English editions.